in Baltimore, Maryland. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
We've had dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL in the past, and we've had some really good ones, but I don't know if we've had one quite like Lamar Jackson. Led the league in touchdown pass with 36 last season. Set the all-time record for rushing yards in a single season for a quarterback at over 1,200 yards. And he led his Baltimore Ravens to a 14-2 regular season mark, best in the NFL. The sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his 3rd year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, 2nd most in the NFL.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. To try again after the sack. Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Jackson running again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He completes it to Bryant. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Just keeping the play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And we remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium, and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now first at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. The catch and run good for 24 yards. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
He juked him. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's got daylight past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson. And really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 54 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
At their own 30-yard line.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
We often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go!
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught left side by Bryant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
24-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 24.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts
First down.
as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Paul Richardson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns get a score closer. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. But you might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield over the middle to Beckham. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Paul Richardson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Jackson going to look to do it himself. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
Eluding the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes the running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
No gain on the play.
Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 4th down, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Paul Richardson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns have taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stumped him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And now look at him go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 50 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that'll set them back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Out left side here to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. Flushed out right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
A gain of 24.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by a field goal, a little over a minute and a half remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Here's Mayfield.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
His kick is good.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now it's the Ravens' turn, trailing by 4. A little over a minute to go. And no other way to say it, they have blown a big lead, but a chance to rescue things late. Caught right side, it's Steve. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Jackson to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And Jackson throwing once more. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Browns, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles...
Know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my